Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are here with you. The song says, when all things become difficult, remember that God is there. And when He says yes, everything will be under control. Today, once again, we are here with From the Beginning, right from Richmond Media to your doorsteps. From the beginning, YouTube, from the beginning, Facebook, and live on radio. My son will say, not live, but you can listen to it on the radio. So please, just pardon me. What is from the beginning, one may ask? From the beginning, it's a life experience where life began from the obstacles that have come along life way. How have you been able to endure with all these difficulties? Where are you now? Where have you reached? Have you been successful? Are you still focusing on what you want to achieve? Because today's story will enhance someone's life, will improve someone's life, will progress someone's life from one level to the other. Someone is stuck on the way, don't know what to do. But today, someone's story, a woman, a genius woman, a powerful woman's life experience will help shape yours. So please stay tuned with us until the end of the program. Whilst you are watching us, why don't you be kind to invite someone, share the program with someone, ask someone to come along so that that person can also have a taste of what you are tasting right from Richmond Media. Today, I have a special guest, a huge guest, a very big lady, my boss, and she's no other person than Nana Adjoa Sifa. Nana Adjoa Sifa is a director, London Center for Agribusiness, CEO, Guzakuza, Africa. Today we will know what Guzakuza is. If you want to know, like I'm curious, please continue to stay tuned. Nana Adjoa, you are welcome.
Hello. Thank you. Who's I from Mommy Bimah was a from Hanna.
Jenny, what the other frame Bia, a be frame Mammy Bimah, be frame Hanna, Bimah, be frame Akusha Bimah, be frame Nana Bimah, a being so frame Oba Pabima, a be frame Akosia, a dinner, whichever way that you pronounce, I salute you because each of them describe me, and each of them is me, and that has made me Hanna Bimah. Thank you.
Lovely. Okay.
Adjoa, I'm so glad to have you. Many Bebre say, ne wabeka me ho say me wo edi juma as enuafo. And I know say a free and the air crow, you will join me so that we host this program today. I'm just extending the invitation to you. And I know our viewers are witnessing this invitation. As today is your first time on this program, I would love you to introduce yourself to our viewers and listeners.
Okay, so I wanted to introduce the program. I thought I was the host.
That's
It's different
okay.
when you're on the hot seat, isn't it?
That's okay.
Okay, so my name is Nana Joa Sifa Amponsah. It's a long name, actually.
Amponsah Beku. You
Amponsah.
see? Yeah.
Um, when you ask me to introduce myself, and it's not only you, I sometimes forget about me as a person and talk about my company and my business, you know. So I'm still going to talk about it. Pardon me if you wanted to know me personally. I'm just going to talk about my business. So
You're
my name is
welcome
Adjoa
because I can
Sifa.
see your business is you and you are your business. So, whichever way the introduction comes from or goes, we still.
Right. So my name is Adjoa. I am the founder of Guzakuza. So Guzakuza, I know is a mouthful for some people, but then it's a Swahili word. If you know me, you know that I'm African made. I'm proudly African. Everything about me talks about Africa, and so it's actually a Swahili word, which means grow to touch lights. We coined two words, Guza and Kuza, together to make a meaning. And what we are doing basically is to inspire women to build resilient agribusinesses in Africa. And so we are inspiring women in Africa and women in the diaspora. I also work with the London Center for Agribusiness. So we are also inspired. So wherever I go, it's all about women, right? Because I grew up as the first child of my parents, and I was a girl. I'm still a girl anyway. I'm a woman now, and I love to inspire people because I've seen women struggle. I've seen them struggling to make it in life. I have lots of women in my family. I have lots of women in my church, in my career, in my business career line and stuff like that. So I love women empowerment. I love everything about women. So when you talk about Anaja Sifa, you talk about women, you talk about women empowerment. And I started mine. Well, maybe I think you will start. You asked me, so let me just pause here.
That's okay. Thank you so much for how far you have taken us through. We know we will have much today to consume so that tomorrow we can shape our individual lives with whatever you have for us. As the topic for the day is life experience and women empowerment, because Nanadra has already touched bases of that side, and we know what we are going to have, even though we don't know the details of it, but we can spot from the beginning how the program is going to be. So, Nanadra, could you please give us in-depth, should I say, is it explanation or introduction of where you started from? Where did life begin from?
Okay, so personally, I I grew up in Eastern region in Ghana. When I say a village, then my siblings and family start. But I mean, it was a village then, Oyoko, in the Eastern region. I grew up
What's
with
the
my
name
grand
again? Sorry.
Oyoko in
Oyoko.
Oyoko, yeah.
Okay.
And then I was living with my grandparents, so my grandfather, my grandmother, because my mom was a nurse. She was busy. My dad was also busy. He was a journalist, and so I had to live with my grandfather and my grandmother. But for me, I life was not really a struggle. Maybe because I was the first child. I don't know. And maybe because my grandparents were literate then, and so we lived life like normal children. At that time, I thought my dad was a billionaire. I didn't know he didn't have money until I grew up. You know, just like every child, when you're growing up, you think your parents have it all. Um, and so I lived life like a normal child. I grew up in the village until I think JSS, when I moved to join my cousins. One thing I learned was that when I was in the village, we didn't have access to computers, right? We didn't have access to books. We had only one library in my school, and even at that time, my school was okay, but we had only one library. Anytime I was on the phone or I was talking to my cousins, they were playing with their laptops and their computers. They were reading books. So that was the gap. If you grew up in Ghana, you realize that no matter where you live, whether you were in Oyoko or in Kumasi or in Accra, you were sitting for the same examination. West Africa, BC then, right? So whether you had a computer or not, you were writing ICT. Whether you had a laptop or not, you were writing ICT. Whether you had a teacher or not, you were writing the same kind of exams. And that was my case. We didn't have access to that, but then we all had to sit for the same examination. But God being so good, my classmates and I think we got some grades, right? And then we all moved. If I look back from where I started to where I am now, I can just say it's just by grace, okay? And then after some time, I went back to my village and realized the story was still the same. So the kids didn't have storybooks still. They didn't have computers. They didn't have laptop. I mean, they didn't really have, but they were still writing the same exam. They were still being assessed same. So I decided to do something about it. I am a problem solver. I am a change maker. Everywhere I find myself, I want to be, I want to solve problems rather than talk about them. So I decided to solicit for books, for computers. So anytime I'm in the UK, it's all about raising, uh, asking, actually begging for old computers and old books to my village. And then I started a project called Direct Impact. So Direct Impact was to I love the word inspire. Please pardon because you're going to hear it a lot today.
It's fine.
Was to inspire and inculcate the habit of reading in the kids because I had experience there. Right. If not for the fact that my grandfather was a head teacher, I wouldn't know where I would be by then because he was forcing us, I mean, literally forcing us to read every night, though we were in the village, right? But I had some mates who didn't have that opportunity. So they were not even seeing storybooks. And that was the situation. That is still the situation anyways. So we collaborated with the Ghana at the time, I think it was Ghana Library Board. Yeah. And then we had a mobile van. So we're moving from one village to another just to help children to read, to give them storybooks, to give them computers because I was using my life's experience to inspire children. I love kids, right? I just can't stand it when children are sick, when children lack. I just can't stand it. So I couldn't stand it when like you are a child, not because I mean not through any fault of yours. You were actually born in the village and you lack all these things just because you were born in the village. I couldn't stand that. So I said, okay, why not? Let's do these things just for these kids to know that they are part of Ghana, they are part of the education system. And so we're doing that. We were sharing books. We had volunteers from Europe, from America. They would come to the villages. We did in the eastern region. Then we also did in Kuma Ashanti region. Ahoma, Achuma, Kwaman. We started in Ashanti region. We started from Kwahuma district. And the DC then was really good. So they also joined us. So it was a district movement where we were championing the case that reading is the way forward. Okay. And we're not just asking them to read, we were supporting them with mentoring, with teaching, with books, with food, so that they'll be so happy to read. So that is where my journey started.
That's it from. Okay, Nana. So that your journey started, that you were doing all this support work. That's how I will put it, because you are empowering the children uh, through their education. Who was with you at that moment? Who are you doing this program with?
So you mean my team, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so at the time I had a friend in the UK, so she's called Olivia. And when we moved to Ghana, I attended her church in Alaju. And then she at the time she knew what I was into, what I was passionate about. And she thought, okay, you can talk to this guy. So I started with a guy called Moses. And then we started Moses, Sylvester, and Ken. So these were the three people I started with. We got other people along the line and we're doing this. So yeah, I started from my church.
Thank you. Please continue your story from there. So from there, where did you continue?
Yeah, so from there, I went to India to do a research.
Okay.
And anytime, well, when I was in India, any state, so India is really huge. Okay. And in the research, I chose 5 states. And any state I went to, any school I went to, I asked the children basic questions like, what do you want to become when you grow up? And then these children will start. I want to be an engineer. So Asia, like India, is I mean, their mindset is similar to ours, like Africans, right? So they will say engineer, doctor, lawyer. I mean, then, right? And I said, okay, anytime I have not heard anybody say you want to feed the world, like be a farmer, be a professor, be into the agri space. Why? They said no, we don't want to be. I said why? Because we I mean all the stories we are seeing are not nice. We see poor farmers, and their parents were farmers. So I moved from the children to their parents. I said, why don't the children want to be like you? They said, no, I don't want to. I don't want. So one woman said, I don't want my children to be like me. I said, why? You're a farmer. Why don't you want your children to be like? I said, no, it's not. It's not for literate. It's not for the educated. It's for people like us. So we will struggle for our children to be engineers and be doctors. So I sat down like something ought to be done, right? Because if we are all lawyers, if you're all engineers, if you're all, who will feed the world, all right? Who will be in the agri space? And so I sat down, I called my mentor and said, we need to really do something about it. They said, yeah, you can try it, you can start. And so we started Guzakuza from India, right? Because of that research. Because the parents were farmers. I mean, most of the parents were farmers. They were actually helping to feed the world, but they couldn't feed their children. They couldn't even feed their family. So I started from there. I got the concept that why can't we empower graduates? So those who are in the university, those who have completed university, to be in the agri space, not necessarily to be farmers, but to work with the smallholder farmers so that they can change the game of the industry, So we brought out Guzakuza. When we started, the main idea, the main target, we were targeting graduates. But no, I don't want to talk about graduates because we got problem with that. But I mean, when we started with graduates. Okay,
Nana,
because
hold on for me, please. At this moment, I would like us to acknowledge our viewers who have sent their comments to us. Mr. George Usube Queen says, Akosia Bimah, Akwaba, haha. Thank you, brother. Obrimpon is using my account to say this meeting is going to be the best meeting ever. Mommy, how can I call your name? Please call me as you always call me. Thank you, Abimpo. This is my favorite meeting because everyone will be interested about the past to know what they've done. Really interesting. Ellen Ochi Akuma, that's my only Akuma, says, hello, family. Hello, Akuma. Thank you for watching us from Belgium, Lokeren. Wherever you are watching us from, our viewers, You are still with us from Richmond Media. Without you, this program is impossible to be established. Therefore, we acknowledge you wherever you are. But for us to be able, oh yes, Sister Tai Muhammad say, thanks for sharing your journey. That is, it goes to Nana Adjoa, Sifa, Amponsah Beku. Complicated name. Yeah, thank you, Sister Tai. Whoever is watching us this afternoon, wherever you are watching us, we say thank you for spending your time with us and continue to stay tuned until the end of the program. And I know Nana's story today will help you either to become an entrepreneur or her story will shape your life for the best. At this moment, I recommend one company to you, OAP Community Shield. Are you a church? Are you an association? Please, if you are sending money to Ghana, don't forget to use OAP Community Shield. OAP has a deal for you. Your church, shop, restaurant, or association can get monthly donations from OAP if you and other members send money with OAP. Members will also get extra £5 on their first transfer. The promotion code is RICHMO because RICHMO will be able to give you that extra £5 and other benefits. If you are interested by using this company to transfer money to your loved ones in Ghana, please contact us on info@oneafrica.io or call us on +44 7960 568295. Onua, mekamfo sikamanneɛ nkorabata baako pɛ a edi mu de ma wo a ne din ne OAP Community Shield. Woyɛ asɔre anaasɛ woyɛ ekuo a wopɛ sɛ wonya sika de to wo kuo fotuo mu deɛ a, ɛneɛ mepaakyɛw wo ne w'adɔfoɔ ne wo members nyinara mo ɛmfa sika ɛmfa OAP Community Shield sɛ ɛmfa nkɔma abusua a ɛwɔ fie sɛ obi hia school fees, sɛ obi hia sika de akɔ ayaresabea, sɛ obi hia aduane adie. Mepaakyɛw yɛkamfo saa company wei de ama wo ɛsiane sɛ wode sika no etu mu a gyina hɔ gye na wo dɔfoɔ nso ɛregye ɛwɔ fie. Mepaakyɛw sɛ wo sɛnde sika no a, fa promotion code a yɛfrɛ no RICHMO ɛno ɛna ɛbɛma wo all the benefits in this company. Number no ɛna egu ɛsoɔ no. Mepaakyɛw sɛ wofrɛfiri UK ɛyɛ 07960568295. Thank you for using OAP Community Shield. Nana Adjoa, please you may continue your journey.
You lost me.
Hold on, Nana Sifa Chum says, great delivery. I don't know if Nana Sifa is your dad, but I know
It's
Nana
my
Sifa
husband, actually.
Oh, hello, husband. You're welcome to our beautiful platform. Thank you for supporting Nana Sifa. Adjoa. Beku. Elizabeth also says, nice program. And she's happy watching this program. Thank you, all our viewers, for watching us. Adana, please continue.
Yeah, you lost me. I forgotten where.
You were in India.
Oh, yeah. So we started Guzakuza in India, and then we came back to Ghana, and that's where everything began. So when we began by advocating. Oh, okay, you know what? If you're a graduate, you need to move to the agribusiness sector. You need to be an entrepreneur. You need to be an agribusiness entrepreneur. So that was the song we were singing then. I told my team, we are advocating. We are creating awareness. We want people to be in the sector, but we are not in it, right? How can we practice? How can we preach what we are not practicing? So we decided to start. We decided to farm. We bought a land and we started. And when we started, Hanna, it wasn't easy. So it's still tough, right? But the good thing is it worked. So we had a model. now we could actually talk about it. Then our song changed. Though we had a model, we had the results we were looking for. Because it was difficult, we got so many ideas, we got so many experiences along the way. And so instead of saying, okay, graduates should go into farm, we said, okay, not everybody should go into it after all. I mean, you don't need to. Now, please support those who are already in it. And then when the media calls me and say, why have you changed that? When you started, you said graduates should go into it. Now why are you saying? I said, well, I don't think everybody should be an entrepreneur. I don't think everybody can be an entrepreneur. So whatever you want to do, just do it. you know. But I thank God I changed the message, because honestly, not I don't believe that everybody should be an entrepreneur. I don't believe that everybody should go into the agri space. I believe that if you're in it already, if you have started, if you have some traction, you need to be supported. And this is my argument. Some people agree, but lots of people don't agree. Okay, that okay. Why don't we get those who have not started, those who are interested into it? But my argument is, let's support those who are already into it. For example, in the banking industry, we don't advertise, right? You don't tell people to go into the banking sector. Okay, young people, graduates, where are you going to the banking sector? Because the perception is that it is attractive, it is lucrative, but it's not. I'm not saying it is, it's not anyway. So why do we force in quotes, why do we force people to go into the agri sector? You need to support those who are already in it, so that their results will be visible, so that their methods, we have role models, okay? We need to see examples of what have worked before. And if I've seen that, okay, Adjoa is making billions of dollars a month, why won't I want to be in it? Right? So that's my argument. We need to actually support those who are already into agribusiness. So we started Ignite. Ignite is, I think it's the first pre-accelerator program for females in agribusiness in Africa, in the whole Africa. There's none like Ignite, actually. So we initiated Ignite, and currently we have over 300 people who are from 30 countries who have graduated from our program. And from Ignite, we initiated another program called Women in Agribusiness Forum. We have the mentor. I believe in mentorship, okay? As women, we don't have lots of role models, especially in the agribusiness space. When I was starting, all the people I saw were men. I know that there are a lot of women in the agribusiness space, lots of them, but not a lot of them are on the top of the ladder. You see farmers, smallholder farmers, most of them are women. You see agri processors, most of them are women, but they're all doing small businesses.
So
And
why do you think only women that you want to empower them, not the men? Because it's not all men are into farming, but your concentration is mostly on the women. Why so? I know you are just saying that we are less when it comes to the ladder. Yes. But why not some of the men that can go along with the women, but rather focusing on the women?
well, I'm a woman. I am a woman and understand the pains of women, I understand the struggles. And I did the research, I know that there are lots of women in the sector. When anytime we launch a new project, men will ask me, why are you always working for women or working with women? Can't you provide any solution for us? I said, well, you need to find out your own solution. Well, that's just by the way. We are concentrating on women not because we just want to, but because we have made our research. We know that over 70% of women are in the sector. And like I was saying, majority of them are still behind the ladder. Okay? Are still at the bottom. That is not what we want. If you're talking about women empowerment, we're talking about women economic empowerment. I believe that women should make their own money. If you're married, you should make your own money. Don't rely on your husband. If you're married, if you're not even married, you should make more money. Okay, you should make money for your family. You should make money for yourself. You should enjoy life. You should be able to buy everything you need. So
Now,
I am.
can I come in here? I'm a woman, yeah, a housewife, majestically sitting at home. Everyone knows that my husband is rich. What do you think that I need to make my own money? At the end of the day, my husband is being able to pay me monthly that I can use to support the family and for other purposes as well. Why do I have to worry myself to?
Yeah, it's a good thing to be a housewife. If you're a housewife, you have to quantify your time and monetize your time. So your husband is going to work. Let him pay you for being a housewife. Your husband is working from 9 to 5. You are sitting at home 24/7, taking care of the kids, cleaning the house. Being a housewife is I always say is full time plus extra time, overtime. So if your husband is not paying you for being a housewife, you have to go get some job and share the bills. Make your own money if you're not having joint account. If you cannot sign together, make your own money. If your husband is paying you, fine. Get your account, put your money in there.
On the other hand, my husband is not paying me, but at the end of the month, my husband is making everything available in the house. So myself, I don't need anything.
That
Why do
is
I?
now. Darling, that is now. You don't know, you don't I mean nobody knows the future anyway. I am saying make your own money, not because of greediness, not because of selfishness. Make your own money because of the future. You don't know what is at stake. And this is not competing with your husband. This is being at peace now with yourself and being at peace in the future with yourself. So for me, I will encourage you. If you're a housewife, don't rely because your husband's money is not if it's not in your name, if your name is not in on the account, it's not your money. Trust me.
But my
Make your own
husband
money.
is my half. So even if it's in my husband's name, it's still my money
Okay.
because your husband is Nana Sifa Chum.
No, that's my
And
dad. I'm just kidding. That's my
oh, okay.
dad.
Sorry, Daddy. I reserve my comment. My husband is Mr. Whatever, Mr. Pompous, and I am Madam Pompous. But the money is in Mr. Pompous' name. And the Bible says the two shall be one. So if it's my husband, it's mine. Why do I have to worry myself and then go through all this process to become an entrepreneur of agribusiness?
Well, I'm a Christian, so I'm happy that you brought the Bible in. Not everybody watching us is a Christian, so if you're not, just follow. Um, the Bible also said He created us, so us means man and female in His own image. If a man can be an entrepreneur, a woman can be an entrepreneur. If a man can be whatever, a man can be whatever, right? So if a woman can be a housewife, a man can be a house husband or husband, whatever. So the thing is, whatever man can do, woman can do. Whatever woman can do, man can do. Um, I don't want to go into detail because that's not what we're discussing now. But then, what I am advising my sisters, mothers, colleagues, mates, women, is make your own money. It doesn't matter whether you're a housewife, whoever, whatever, however, just save, and don't just save, invest. So African women, we are fond of saving because we are risk averse. But I am also encouraging you to make some investment. So back to my Guzakuza story.
Guzakuza, Guzakuza.
And so we were just trying to now I am limiting my choice, my usage of the word empowerment. I have seen that women carry that power. Women have so much power. So instead of me using empowerment always, I want to say inspire, because they already have that power. And so we are inspiring women. Okay, women, you are building small businesses. Now it's time for you to get up, move up the ladder, build your own. I mean, you've built your business over, but make it bigger. How do we make it bigger? Because it's difficult. If you're an entrepreneur in Ghana or in Africa, it's super difficult. Most of the policies do not um, uh,
Support.
support you. Yeah. Most of the people don't encourage you. So it's super, super, super difficult. But the good news is we have some friendly policies. The good news is we have some people who will support you. The good news is we have some enablers. So just start. If you want to start, start. If you want to be in 95, that's it. I mean, don't be an entrepreneur because people are saying now entrepreneurship is the ish. Okay.
Nana, hold on for me. Sister Ty says, very true, make your own money. Brother Whistlebell Queen says, interestingly, if your husband named all his assets in the name of his mom, what can you do as a woman in such circumstances? Please.
I mean, if you're married and your husband names your husband names all the assets in your.
I think he's relating it to the question that I asked you. Remember, I asked you if the Bible says we are one, and if my husband is working and the money is in the name and it's mine. That's why he is asking this question.
So,
But
so
I
the thing is, if you're married, okay, make sure that you do everything together. I support the Bible. Like I said, I'm a Christian, so have to be one. What I am saying is, if your name is not on the account, so if you have joint, I believe that you need to have 3 accounts. You need to have joint account together. If you're married, you need to have joint account. Your husband needs to have his own account. You have to have your own account because I mean, you cannot be signing together every day. You need to have your private account. He needs to. You're married, but well, I'm not a counselor, so let's just move from that.
no,
But the
but that
point is,
supports what you are saying, so you
yeah.
can bring it
So
in.
the point is, if you're married, you have to do stuff together. You have to make your own money when your name is not on that account. When you cannot sign to take the money out, make your own money. So if your assets is in his mother's name, can you imagine that?
How is it going to be released to you?
Come
So
on.
this point,
I
Nana
mean, I don't think every man, no,
Nana
I
is
don't think.
encouraging all the women to get hold on something, do something that will bring income in the house. Because the little that you bring in will support whatever your husband is. But one thing that we've not realized, some of the women can even do better than the men. Because it's not every man that has the capacity to study to the highest level to get a good job. And if the woman has that capacity to go further than how the man can get to or where the man can get to, then why can't you go? But Nana, in our culture, when you are a woman and you are pushing hard to get to the highest level, then you start to be getting names. You get names like Iron Lady, Tiger Woman, the boss, and all sorts of names that they give. Then they start to bring pride and arrogance here. What advice would you give to the women and everyone listening to us that has this in mind or on their mind?
Well, thank God the narrative is changing in Africa. So before I think before this generation, it was difficult for a woman to rise to the top. But now we have role models, we have figures that we can relate to. We have people, women who have climbed the ladder. So it's good the narrative is changing. But if you're a woman watching me or listening to me on Richmond Media, and you think that you're going to get names if you push harder, my darling, think again. Because if you don't push harder, you're still going to get the name anyway. You're going to be called lazy. All right. So regardless, just push harder. Don't give up.
Sorry, Nana. If someone wants to get to Guzakuza, Obrimpon says
So,
this is a nice program. Thank you, Obrimpon, for keeping quiet and calm. Yeah. How can the person or where can the person start from?
if they want to, sorry, I made the question.
If they want to be part of your program, the
Oh, so if you're a woman and
agree,
interested,
yeah, to be part of agribusiness.
well, if you're a woman and you want to be part of us, we have Ignite the program. I think application is closed, but then we have other associations, other groups. So just log on to www.guzakuza. So the name is actually Guza, right? And Kuza. It's simple. So guzakuza.org, or you can just call Richmond Media, I'm sure, and you'll get my contact, and definitely we will talk to you. But then, I always say, yeah, my this will probably be my advice. You don't need to be an entrepreneur to make it. All right, you can actually be in your 9 to 5 job and still make it, depending on how you do it. But I will advise that if you want to do it, just do it. If you want to start, just start now. And let me also give these suggestions and this advice. I was talking about mentors. Mentorship plays a role, whether you're in 9 to 5 job or you're an entrepreneur. Please get a mentor.
Mentorship plays a role.
Please get a mentor. If you need a mentor, you can actually contact me. You can contact Richmond Media. They will get you my number. Just let me know. I will get you a mentor. You need to get a mentor, number one, to be able to be accountable. You need to get a mentor for somebody to push you. You need to get a mentor for people. So I have mentors. One opens doors for me. So I have high level mentors. If you see me speaking on platforms, maybe high level platforms, then it means some woman opened that door for me. If you see me being in an article, so for example, I was in the New York Times last 2 years or 3 years, it was a woman who opened that big door for me. I was presenting the Berlin Charter at the G20 in 2017. It was a woman who opened that door for me. So by all means, get enablers. I know that there's some people who are going to discourage you. Ignore them. Just keep on keeping on. Start small, keep trying, you will get there. The most important thing is to start. And let me end by saying, no matter the religion you are in, whether you're Christian, Buddhist, Hindus, whatever, Muslim, I know that you're serving a deity. I am a Christian, I'm serving God, and I don't play with my God. Pray, I fast, I pray, because I believe in that divine intervention. I can talk, I can raise funds, I can do this, I can do that, but without that divine intervention, trust me, my sister, it's going to be hard. You know that sometimes I can make all the plans. I can get my vision board. I'm actually a coach. I'm a business coach. And so I teach people, I train people to do their vision boards, their goals and their stuff. Do you know that this year I don't really have goals? I don't have vision board. Why? Because last year I had all these things in my room. I have my vision board. And God changed all the plans. Every single plan and goal I set for myself last year, God changed it for the better. I am not saying don't make goals. Please do, because I advocate for that. I train people to make their goals. Please do. But then please don't forget that divine intervention. You need some man with a supernatural power to help you.
It is so great to have you right at your own media, Richmond Media. I am a nurse. Someone might be a doctor, a healthcare professional, wanting to get into agribusiness. What advice would you give it to me and any other person watching us this moment?
So fortunately for our generation, now there are lots of programs, agribusiness related programs. So I mentioned Ignite. There are lots of programs online. Please let Google be your friend. Now we have AI. Because that's where the world is going now. If you're watching me, I'm believing that you're able to access the internet. So don't just use your internet for Facebook, for Instagram, for YouTube. Please read. Please search. Do research. Watch videos that will inspire you, that will get you to the next level. There's so many opportunities. So, for example, if you want to invest in any agribusiness in Ghana, you can just Google, you will get loads of them. You can contact me. I have made friends. I have made colleagues. My own organization, Guzakuza, also does something that will interest you. If you want to be, if you're interested in agribusiness. So agribusiness is not just about farming. Let me just make it very clear, please. It's not just about farming. The chain is really long. We have farming, we have processing, we have marketing, we have journalism, we have health. So if you're a nurse, you can even create your own thingy, right? We have research. We have now. Yeah, last year I mentored some people. They came up with agri media, agri journalism. So they are journalists, all right, but they have added agri into it, and now they are blogging, they are vlogging, they are writing out. So you just have to be creative, and that's why that's what I like about Guzakuza. Last year my team had a program in northern region of Ghana, where we connected graduates with smallholder farmers. So the idea was that we have lots of graduates who don't have jobs, who are unemployed. They are marketers, they are accountants, they are journalists. They have all these skills, but they don't have jobs. These smallholder farmers need these skills. So these smallholder farmers need bookkeeping, they need accounting skills, they need all these services. So how can we connect them so that the graduates will provide the services for the smallholder farmers, and the smallholder farmers can pay them? So in a way, we are bridging that gap, right? They have job and they also have the services they're looking for. So you don't need to be a farmer to be a farmer. Right? You don't need to be a farmer to be in that industry. You need to think. It's all about creativity. It's all about being innovative. It's all about research, getting people to talk to you. I believe in networking a lot. If you're an entrepreneur and you cannot network, you're out. Okay, so you need to get all these things. If you want to be in the agri space, please do research. Just Google. Let Google be your friend. And if you're watching us and you want to be, if you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're whatever profession you're in, please contact me. Yeah, let me be your friend. I think you're muted.
Sorry,
Yeah,
viewers.
that's happening.
Oh, whoever is watching us at this moment, you are watching us right from Richmond Media, coming to your doorsteps. With me here is Nana Adjoa Sifa Amponsah Beko. I've completed the name, you see. Yeah. And Nana Josepha has taken us through her life history, where she started from Oyuko in the eastern region to Accra, then to the UK, no, to India, then to the UK, and how she has been able to help children because of her passion and love for children throughout their education by organizing books and accesses that the children don't have to them with her friends, and other members supporting her. She didn't end her life at that point. She continued. Her granddad, being her teacher, encouraged her to read at all times. That has brought her to this far. A woman. Our title or topic for today is life experience and women empowerment. That's what Adjoa is telling all of us. If you are a woman and you are not getting any pay in the house, and you think you are having a good marriage, so you are comfortably sitting on your seat, relaxing to be a housewife without any income, she's encouraging us to get up, do something for yourself, earn something to support your family, to support your children, to support the future, because you cannot rely on your husband. You don't know what the future holds for you and for me. Abigail Pokua says, I'm enjoying this program. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Abigail, for your time with us this afternoon and your support. So, if you are not doing anything and you are interested in joining the agribusiness, to be an entrepreneur, to be the boss lady, to be the proud lady, the woman that we can think of, the woman that can sit in your chair and advise everyone and rub shoulders with the men, because the men think we are good for nothing. But in this our generation, we are good for a purpose. And the purpose is to sit up, find something to do. If you are interested to join Adjoa in agribusiness, she is the CEO of Guzakuza. The word, when I'm saying it, I have to take
I
my
know,
time
right? I
to
know.
say
But
it.
then let me, sorry to back thing. So I don't think that men think women are good for nothing. No.
Some
I don't,
men think,
I,
some men think women, some women are good for nothing. But in our generation, let us prove to the men that we can support them in everything that they do. And we can even go beyond what they are doing if God has given us that opportunity, that talent, that position to upgrade ourselves, that point to prove to everyone that indeed we are women of substance. We are valuable in that society. If you want to be valued, like Nana Adjoa Sifa is being valued in the society, she is an international woman. A woman that every man can be proud of. A woman that the dad is so proud of her, that the whole family cherish a lot. Why don't you join the agribusiness if you have nothing to do? Nana Adjoa Sifa is saying that let Google be your friend. Search, do a research, and you find what your hands need to be found. Kwajo Ampon says, hey, soul sister, I'm watching you live. Oh, God bless you. Thank you, Quad Ampon, for joining us this afternoon. Nana Adjoa, if you are still there, please, your final words to our viewers before we end the program.
okay, so there's no competition between women and men. If you're watching me, there's no competition. I believe that women are as strong as men. Women can do whatever men can do. Men can do whatever women can do. I believe that God actually created us, so us men and women, in His own image. So we don't need to compete with each other. But if you're a woman, please make sure that you don't underestimate yourself, because you have the power. Women have so much power. We have power than men. I have worked with over 7,000 women across the continent. I'm in Africa and the diaspora. So I know and I've seen firsthand the power that women have. So don't underestimate yourself. And then the second word, my sis. So agribusiness is not for those who don't have nothing to do. No. So we are professionals. All right.
Oh no, we know that. But at the
I know.
moment, if you have nothing doing, yeah, And instead of sitting down doing nothing, why don't you, facilitate yourself,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, into
Mm-hmm.
something that will be valuable for the future? I know doctors are in it, professors are in agribusiness. But if you are not doing anything, I think we can recommend that to you as a
Right.
therapy. Yes, that's what
Okay. And even if you're doing something, you can still come in. So, um,
we will think about that.
so if you're a woman and you're watching, just know that you have that power. Just know that you have, only women can multitask, right? So I was having a chat with my CEO, Sir Bobby, and I was telling him, Sir, why can't you multitask? And I said, only women can multitask. So that is the power we got. Yeah, we can be holding the phone and chatting and typing and cooking and doing. So let's utilize all these skills and to something profitable. Women love service. We love to make our businesses serviceable. So, for example, instead of a woman charging, let's say, £500, 500 CBs or 500 naira, the woman would rather charge, okay, $200 or 200 whatever. But please, let's monetize everything we do. If you're speaking, don't speak for free. If you are training, facilitating, don't do it for free, because we all tend to say, oh, you're a woman, you should be kind, you're a woman, you should have this, you should have that, so please do it for me for free. Please, please, please don't do it for free. Okay, just package your skills, package your mind, let people know that, okay, you're a woman, so what? I mean, you're a woman, you can do more, you're a woman, these are the skills God gave you. I am monetizing the skills. Okay, and so I am encouraging all women to be proactive, to do more than what you're doing now, to push harder. All right, but not just to compete with with whoever, with your husband, with your, just make it your own, make your own money, have your own bank account if you don't have, especially if you're in Africa. Okay, if you are home listening or watching, please have a bank account in your own name. Your own name. So not just from Amponsah, your own bank account. I know that if you're in the city or if you're in UK or wherever, you will not understand this. But if you're working in the villages in Africa, this is common. And women don't have a say because they don't have money. I want every woman to have a say. Make money, make money, make money, make money. The thing is, make money, make more money, and make more money.
Thank you so much, Zonana. How can they contact you directly if not through Richmond Media?
Okay, so I love emails. So you can send me an email, Adjoa Sifa, ADJOA SIFA. So my Nana Adjoa, the Adjoa Sifa here at gmail.com.
Thank you so much. We thank you for your time spent with us. We thank you for honoring our invitation through Richmond Media. The whole team salutes you and we say God bless you for spending your time with us. Whoever is watching us this afternoon, wherever you are watching from all over the world, from the beginning, Richmond Media, YouTube, Richmond Media, Facebook, Richmond Media, and on radio as well. So continue watching us every week, every Sunday. We're bringing you this good news, life experiences from every individual that will help shape your life, that will also give you a process, an approach to your next stepping stone to bring you to your successful point. If you are a woman and you are watching us today, you know that you have to be an independent woman. You have to earn something so that you can support your family. But I tell you, if you earn something, you are valued more than what you value now. There is a saying that states if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. But if you educate a man, you educate an individual. That's why Nanadra was saying that women can multitask. So even if you have another profession, don't forget there are other opportunities like agribusiness that you can join. Why don't you join today so that you will be valued tomorrow, even if you are not valued today? Thank you for your time with us, and it's Richmond Media. No other media can bring you this program except Richmond Media from the beginning with Hanna, Bimah. Thank you and see you again next week at the same time. Bye for now.
Jesus,